Hey there, self-care warriors. Welcome back to Self-Care Haven. So if you're watching this video, it's possible that you have had the experience of witnessing your narcissistic or sociopathic partner in a new relationship. They've probably moved on to a new source of supply. Now, I know that when you are fresh out of an abusive relationship, the last thing you want to see is your abuser happy with someone else. As a survivor of trauma, the image of your abusive partner with someone else seems to be an indication of your inherent worth. Now, that could not be as farther from the truth, but that's how we subconsciously process that sort of trauma and re-traumatization when an abusive partner moves on to someone else that quickly. Please know that the way a person treats you has nothing to do with your inherent worth. I know it's hard to believe this when seeing someone else potentially, presumably getting treated better, but we all know that a full-fledged narcissist rarely ever changes fully. If they do, it is often temporary. Remember that narcissists tend to put on a show with their new partners to convince their old ones that they somehow missed out. The truth is, they didn't miss out on anything except the false mask that the narcissist is still putting out to the world. So you may witness a narcissist suddenly getting clean after being an addict. You may witness a narcissist suddenly committing to a new source of supply even after they had all of these commitment issues with you. But what's going on behind the surface is that a narcissist is using one of their greatest talents, and that is impression management. Remember, narcissists are masters of impression management. Their whole lives they've constructed a false mask to the public, and their new relationship is nothing else but an indicator of their false mask. I know this from the stories of survivors as well as my own experience. When you are the trophy girlfriend or boyfriend, the new source of supply who's being showed off to the old source of supply, remember, they're using you. They're not actually investing in you. They're investing in a sense of revenge. They get revenge on their old partners because they know that they no longer have control over their old partners. So they use that new source of supply to reel you back in, to regain control over your emotions, and hoover you back in. How do I know this? Because I was the trophy, and I've been on the other side. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. And so I can tell you from meeting the former partner of a narcissistic or sociopathic partner that their happy life with their new partner isn't all that it seems. This sociopath or narcissist was actually feeding this old partner of his falsehoods about his new life with me, things that had never even happened. And when she confided in me about that, I realized once more that this was just an elaborate scheme. It was an elaborate, staged form of impression management. Remember that their happy life with their new partner is just an idealization phase. At the end of the day, the way someone treated you is the most important thing. If they would have continued to abuse you, you would have not been able to sustain a healthy relationship with them regardless of whether or not they moved on with someone else. You can now be grateful that they are now someone else's problem. Someone else has to deal with their issues that will ultimately come to the surface. And remember, with their new source of supply, they are inevitably going to triangulate their new source of supply with you, as well as other discarded sources of supply. Because to them, no amount of attention is enough. They need to have attention from both their new source of supply, their old source of supply, and any other source of supply that's going to come in the future. Now that you've stopped being a source of supply, you are no longer a part of the narcissist's elaborate scheme to manage their own false image to the world. They might still talk about you, they might still refer to you, they might still pretend that you guys still have a connection. But the truth of the matter is, once you've given up that tie, that bond that enables the narcissist to control you and manipulate you, once you've gone no contact, or at least low contact if you have a situation where you cannot go no contact with the narcissist, you realize that you are not missing out on anything at all, except the same idealization, devaluation, and discard that the narcissist has put you through and will inevitably put the new partner through as well.